decided now we are going to be doing something that is going to change the industry. Because if I can't figure out who's honest, who's authentic, who's truthful, who has a cancel at any time policy, how are you? No one trusts real estate agents. And I will tell you, when I do videos about real estate agents, many people don't watch. This one is different. I promise you, this video is nothing like you've ever seen before. I'm going to talk to you about 5 secrets that I know about real estate agents. But the 5th one is going to tell you something about this industry that's going to make a difference. This is going to change the real estate industry forever. So let's get into it. So I've been a top listing agent in my area for almost 15 years. I've sat at tables with hundreds of homeowners. I have worked with thousands of people. I've had millions of views on this channel. And so I talk to sellers all day long about real estate and about their agents. So when I'm talking to you on YouTube, I'm a real estate agent, an experienced real estate agent who happens to be on YouTube. Many real estate agents who are on YouTube are YouTubers. They're not actually real estate agents. So there is a fine line. There are very few successful agents. And when I say successful, I mean like really experienced agents who are on YouTube who are talking. And the reason why is because it's very difficult to continue your business, sell locally, and then build a big channel. Now, I did it. And it didn't quite go the way I wanted to originally, but let's just say that there's a lot of work and a lot of time and effort that goes into making these videos. I spend most of my days figuring out what I'm going to be talking about on my YouTube videos. So when you have a lot of agents out there who are making YouTube videos and they seem like they're great, you have to realize that they have more time because they are not selling as much. I just happen to have this weird dynamic that kind of worked out for me. So the first thing I want to talk about is that your favorite website who recommends the best agent for you or the YouTube channel that comes up with the most views is not really the best agent. It's rarely the best agent. And when I say best, I use this term as like experienced, okay? Because in this industry, you have to have experience. You have to sell a lot of homes to understand what you need to do and what mistakes you've made and what directions you give people that have gone the wrong way. And the only way you get there, unfortunately, in this industry is through a lot of experience. Getting into our industry by taking a test, an exam, a class, and then passing a test, and it's basically all about like license law. It's not even about how to work with a consumer. It doesn't help the consumer. So the only way that I can say best agent is somebody who I know has gone through the work, has done the work, has gotten rejected, has sold a lot of homes, and has seen a lot that has happened. So when you see an agent that's recommended on a website or is in ChatGPT or on YouTube, you have to realize that that most likely is not the best agent. And again, that goes to a lot of different things, but like I alluded to before, is the best agents really don't have time to make YouTube videos. Now, that is a blanket statement that I'm going to say. Generalization, okay? There are a lot of really good agents on YouTube. However, their channels may not be as big as you might see with others because they just haven't sold a lot. So you usually can tell kind of who they are the agents who are really getting in the weeds about their experiences and what they've done. Now, it doesn't mean those people are bad, okay? It doesn't mean that they're just bad people, but what it means is that they're marketing themselves. And so you have to figure out what is marketing an agent versus what is marketing a home. And they're two different things. And so the first secret really is about the marketing and the promotion. And if you go to ChatGPT and you ask, who is the best agent? All of these agents are able to put a lot of stuff in our SEO. And it's just, after referring, thousands of agents to sellers across the country, I can tell you that is not the way you're going to find a great agent. You have to just be very, very wary of the websites and of the marketing that you see the agents doing. And if that's important to you, if you love an agent who is out there marketing, who is famous on Instagram, who does a lot of funny dances, and that's what you want, if you want that partner for you, then go for it. But that partner is that partner. That partner does not necessarily mean that they're a great, again, real estate agent or an experienced real estate agent. So you have to be super careful about that when you're just finding your agent out online. Secret number 2. If you're interviewing a couple agents and the one who has given you the highest price in the room, that's usually the wrong price. I've priced wrong many times, and I've overpriced homes many times. But there's this thing in this industry called buying the listing. Okay, so buying the listing means that you go into listing appointment and the seller's like, oh, I want 800,000 for the house. And you're like, oh gosh, I think it's only 700. You know what? Yeah, 800 works. We'll go with 8. So then that agent gets the listing because the seller is like, oh yeah, I love this agent. They told me everything I wanted to hear. They validated my price. This agent is great. But the reality is that an experienced agent knows that they cannot buy the listing because they're going to end up losing the listing because they can't sell it because the price is too high. So experienced agents are willing to go in there and have a little bit of confrontation with these sellers saying, I don't think your price is worth that. I think that it's worth less. I think it's worth 700. And then the seller's like, this person didn't see the comps. They don't know how much work I've done. Well, you know what? Usually the agent that comes in and tells you the highest price really doesn't necessarily know. So you really have to understand how much experience that agent has, because the agent that is telling you the highest price might be the one that you don't want to go with. Hey everybody, if you've been here a while, you probably have my Seller's Planner. If you are new to this channel, I want to make sure that you go to sellersplanner.com, download it. It's been downloaded tens of thousands of times. It is your guide, it is your playbook, it is your planner to get your home on the market. So go to sellersplanner.com, use the QR code, or the link is in the description below. Okay, secret number 3, I already have a buyer for your home. Okay, I have a buyer for your home. I hate to call out agents on this one because as agents, we have to try and get business. And there are lots of ways that you can get business. And there are some agents who work the phones, and that's fine, totally fine. But what they say when a seller picks up the phone and says, oh, yeah, I might be selling, or my listing expired, and then an agent calls them the day after, the morning after it expires, and says, I have a buyer for your home. Would you be opposed to me coming over, taking a look and seeing if it's worth it for my buyer? Again, I really hate calling out agents on this because it's just not true. Now, once in a while it is true. And if it is true, you're going to see that agent really is serious about this, is giving you all the specifications of this person and is not trying to get your listing. So if an agent calls you and says, I have a buyer for your home, or I even get random texts saying, oh, I have a buyer for your home. And I'm like, oh, okay, who? You got to push them a little bit. They really might. But there's a good chance that they want to get in so that they can try and get your listing. Again, hate calling out agents on this on my peers, but you know what? You got to do better. Like, that's just an outright lie. So I know, do better. Okay, secret number 4, open houses are usually for the agent and not for the buyer or the seller. I don't hate open houses though, but I want to give you the straight up scoop on them, is that open houses are literally the best way for agents to get new clients. It's true. And as I said, we have to get clients, right? So sitting in an open house where buyers are literally coming to you, that is the best way to build a relationship and build rapport with a buyer. Also, it promotes the home. Now, the reality is most buyers who are going to an open house are just starting to look, okay, which is why it's one of the great reasons to get clients from an open house. Now, I do say open houses are okay. If you're on the market and you're not getting any showings, it's okay to do an open because you'd rather get something than nothing. So another reason to have an open house is to get feedback. And when I have a home, I'm not sure why it's not selling, what's going on, I'll have an open house so that I can actually see the reactions of the buyers who are walking through the house, to see what they're saying. Are they saying it's overpriced? Does it need too much work? Something like that. So it is a good way to get feedback as well. But what you really need at this moment is you need to have an agent who's telling you the strategy. So when a seller says to me, should I have an open house? I will literally say those things to the seller. I'll say, most likely your buyer is not going to come through the door, but if we're not getting any showings, it's better to get some than none, right? Or I want to get some feedback. So yeah, let's do an open house. Now, the other thing is when buyers go into the open house, most likely it's not the main listing agent who's sitting that open house. Busy agents, experienced listing agents usually don't sit their own open houses. Now, as a seller, if you're out there saying, I want my agent to sit the open house, it doesn't really matter. I hate to say it. It just doesn't really matter. So I want you to understand that open houses are a great way for agents to get new clients. And if your agent is pushing for an open house every single weekend, I would stop them and ask them the real strategy behind why are they doing that. And you can just say, listen, is this for you to get clients? Because if it is, maybe you're okay with that. But if it's making a big effort for you to have to leave the house every single time, just ask what the strategy is behind it and then make your decision. Secret number 5, there is no credential for honesty in this industry. Okay, now, is that a secret to you? It might not be, right? And real estate agents can get a bad rap, and that's because the barrier is very low to entry. And a lot of agents have to learn on the job. The class that you take, the test that you take is not enough to advise somebody on possibly their largest financial asset. I have had in my hands the power to make a client tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, or lose tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when you put that power into the hands of a new agent who has never done that, who doesn't understand, and who's like, I'm going to get paid. I can't believe somebody is going to pay me to open these doors. That's a problem. Now, we refer thousands of agents. I've referred thousands of agents, sellers. Every day, we are looking for the best agents in the area. We are looking to see who is the most experienced, who has the best marketing, who has the best website, who really is not just marketing themselves, but is marketing their listings, who is busy enough, but not too busy. That is how we are finding agents. We are going in literally, it's painful, I will tell you. We go in and we stalk these agents, and then we reach out to them and we say, hey, I have a seller for you. Most of the time, they don't believe me. I have to tell you, most of the time, they don't believe me. And they're very rude. Some of them are very, very rude. That's another story for another day. But we have to really vet out these agents. And sometimes there are these little feelings where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I really trust this agent. Sometimes it's in the way it comes back to me in an email or a conversation on the phone. Just a little something makes me get the heebie-jeebies. Now, if I get those feelings that like something's not quite right, how are you supposed to navigate this? Somebody who's spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours talking about real estate, and even I get it wrong once in a while. And I will. I have. We've gotten it wrong a couple times. I will tell you, I would say 99% of the agents that we refer are really great, honest, authentic, real agents. So here's the realization that we had, which we always knew, is we're referring great agents. The problem is that we're not always necessarily sure if we're referring the most honest agent or the most authentic or the agent who believes in what I believe in. Many of these sellers, many of you out there, like, watch all my videos. Like sometimes I'll call a seller and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm watching your video right now, which my kids find very funny, but they trust me. They trust my values. And what I say is that this is what I believe. And I'm not always right. Like my values are my values. This is what I believe. But I always believe in putting the seller first. I always believe putting my clients' profits over my own paycheck. That's what I believe. Now, do I know that these agents that we are referring absolutely will do that? We don't. Now, can I deduce from a lot of different things? Yes, I can. And typically that is the way it works. However, we have decided now we are going to be doing something that is going to change the industry. Because if I can't figure out who's honest, who's authentic, who's truthful, who has a cancel at any time policy, how are you? So I am incredibly excited. I can't even tell you. This has been something that I've been working on for years, like years and years. I've always felt that I'm supposed to be doing something, that I have a bigger mission, that I'm supposed to be changing something and making a difference. And this is it. I firmly believe this is it. Today, I'm introducing you to Protect the Seller Circle. And this is for real estate agents who believe in the values that I believe in. And what the values really are is putting the seller first. Protect the Seller Circle is completely free. It is a verification by real estate agents that they are going to put the consumer first. They're going to put the seller, they're going to put the buyer first. They're going to say, I am being honest with you. I am being ethical with you. I am not going to buy your listing. I'm going to put you over my commission. And they're going to verify it. They are going to sign up for this. And they are going to have this. And then we will be able to refer those agents to you, the ones who have said, I am in the Protect the Seller Circle. Now, this is a movement. And this movement needs movement. This movement needs help. Because I do believe that I'm a leader in the industry. But I don't believe that I have a lot of power because I don't have the money behind me. And this is one of the reasons that all of these companies, all of these online portals or these, companies that will come and buy your home for cash, that is why they are having so much success and traction, because they can use the bad reputation of agents as a way to take business out of the industry. I mean, that is what they're doing, and they are right. They can do it, but as a solid agent who's seen experience, I can see what they're doing. I can see how they're hurting the consumer. So what we as agents need to do is to take this industry back and put it into the hands of the consumer. And we need to educate them, and we need to be honest with them, and we need to put them first. We need to put them first. Nobody in this industry has been talking about that. I have never heard this. I have never heard this come from my association, from the top. Now, of course, that is all what we're supposed to do. But who leads with that? Who leads with that? No one, because it's all about the money. There is so much money in this industry. And so no one leads with protecting the consumer. So this is a movement. I need you sellers here. I need you agents, okay? I need you sellers to go to the page protecttheseller.com. And you're going to nominate an agent that you think is great, who you think that I should know. An agent who operates with accountability and ethics and is upfront with you and puts you ahead of them. Who have you worked with? Nominate that agent. And to you agents who I know are watching my channel, and for years, I know, I've heard from you. You love what I'm saying. You send my videos to your clients. We're on the same page. I want you a part of my circle. You are the average of the people you spend your time with. You are the average of the people in your circle. And I want you in my circle. I want to be in your circle. So I want you to go to protecttheseller.com. And you're going to go there and you're going to sign up. And again, this is totally, completely free. You are going to be able to take this to your next listing appointment and say, I am in the Protect the Seller circle. I'm a Protect the Seller circle member, and I'm going to put you first. And it's going to give you a verification. It's going to give you a badge. And again, there is no charge for you to do this. It's because I want to take this industry to a level that it hasn't seen. I want to put agents as partners with buyers and sellers. I have seen thousands of people have cried to me, the ones who don't know where to turn. I want them to feel in control. I want them to feel like, okay, I need an agent because I don't know how to do this, but how do I know who is the right one? Are you protected? Is your agent in Protect the Seller circle? Now, this is a soapbox that I am not willing to leave. I'm not giving up on this one. This is what I have done for years in my channel, is to really put that consumer first. And you know, it may be a real problem in my industry. I may have a lot of agents who are upset with me. But you know what I'm going to have more of? I'm going to have those 99% of agents who are good. The ones who are excellent, the ones who put their clients first, and they are going to come out of the woodwork and they are going to say, enough. We are tired of being treated like we don't help people, like we are hurting them. We are tired of it. I know I've saved people money. I know I have made them more money. I know I have alleviated their stress. And I know agents out there are giving that to their clients as well. So this is the opportunity to help this movement. I want you to share, like, subscribe. Take this video, send it to your agent friends, nominate a great agent. We want to make this change in the industry. We want to make this change that's going to change the industry forever. And I believe we can do it. I do. I believe we can do it, but I can't do it myself. I need all of you out there watching this video. So I want you to go to protecttheseller.com. If you are a consumer, I want you to nominate an agent. I want you to find an agent. If you are an agent, I want you to join. Join my circle. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to change this industry. Truly, this is my mission. I'm Kati Spaniak, and this is Truth in Real Estate.